Will I see the presentation here? Wait. Okay. Good morning, everyone, and thank you very much for joining in person and online the final conference of the European project Regions4PerMed. Okay. Sorry. So, Regions4PerMed is a project funded by the European Commission under the Framework Programme for Research and Innovation, Horizon 2020. It started in 2018, at the end of 2018. And the title is Regions4PerMed is the acronym of Interregional Coordination for a Fast and Deep Uptake of Personalized Health. It lasted 4 years and a half, so we are almost at the end. The main aim was to involve the European regions and all the relevant research and innovation stakeholders in Europe around personalized medicine. It is focused on the central role of the European regions for the implementation of personalized medicine. It is led by my institution, Fondazione Toscana Life Sciences, and we have 5 partners, which are Fondazione Regionale per la Ricerca Biomedica, which is an agency of Lombardy region. We have Saxon region in Dresden, Spain with the Galicia region and the Galician Agency for the Health, and Poland with the Wrocław Medical University, which is also our technical partner, and Lower Silesia Marshall Office. The total budget that we had to carry out our project activities was approximately 1.7 million euros. We started from a definition of personalized medicine. We know that we have witnessed that there have been many definition. The one we adopted is the one that was also adopted by the European Council conclusion for personalized medicine for patient, on personalized medicine for patient, and which have defined personalized medicine as a medical modeling using characterization of individuals' phenotype and genotypes to tailor the right therapeutic strategy to the right person at the right time, determine the predisposition to disease, and deliver timely and targeted prevention. So this is the definition we have worked around. Why we decided, with the support of the European Commission, to focus on European region? Because European and regional communities and governments have a key role in delivering the benefits of the digital transformation to the public. They are responsible for the 50% of public investment in Europe. They receive and reinvest 25% of tax revenue, and they are the major public employer in Europe. We have 74 regional legislative assemblies, around 28 regions, and over 80,000 local authorities in Europe. A huge network that needed to be understood and further exploited and leveraged and valorized in the next years. Regions4PerMed is a project which is part of a strategy, a European strategy of the European Commission, the member states, and other regions. Everything started with the IC-PerMed, which is the International Consortium for Personalized Medicine, and its funding arm, let's call it like this. We also have a brief presentation of the IC-PerMed. And then a wide range of strategic projects which have helped to bring together not only regional stakeholders, but also international stakeholders like the CNOU-PerMed, which we are delighted to be part of as well. This is what the strategy supported by the European Commission and the member states and other regions have created. This is the so-called personalized medicine IC/PerMed family, where you can see all the strategic activities. I think there is only one missing on prevention. We didn't update the presentation. The overarching goals of Regions4PerMed is to coordinate European regional policy and innovation programs on personalized medicine in order to accelerate the deployment of personalized medicine to the citizens and patients, strengthen industrial specialization areas in Europe, and allow personalized medicine to flourish as an emerging industry, enable interregional joint investment on personalized medicine and health, and provide guidance to the European Commission for the next multi-annual financial frameworks for after Horizon Europe. And then providing to the European Commission, member states, and regional authorities guidance on the next structural fund programs, how to invest on personalized medicine with these funds. These are the pillars of Regions4PerMed. So we have divided the project in 5 different areas. Personalized medicine is a very wide area, so we have tackled this dividing by thematic pillars. The first one was big data, electronic health records, and healthcare governance. And we will have a presentation on each of these pillars right after. The second one was health technologies and integrated care. Then we started and understood the role that industry can play, the needs of industry, and how the regional authority can support innovation coming from the industry to develop more innovation in the personalized medicine area. Then we studied the role of the innovation that can be promoted itself by the European, by regional authorities. And thanks to Galicia, who has already a big expertise, we discussed, analyzed the kind of tools that the regions have to further support personalized medicine. And last but not least, we also tackled the social and health economics aspect of personalized medicine. The work methodology for each thematic area, we developed a position paper, a rationale around, and with the support of the advisory board, we organized a technical conference and a thematic workshop. With the technical conference, we actually understood the technological and technical needs of that thematic area, and with the workshop we brainstormed with the policy representatives on how the regions can support and can help tackling the needs that have been identified. And then we gather everything in a thematic area report, and within the report we also included in situ visit. So we went in each region and we went visiting how innovation in personalized medicine is actually carried out. We learned about the models that the regions have created and the outcomes that the regional ecosystem have been able to develop. And in these reports, you will find, and everything is already published online, policy recommendation, research and innovation recommendation, among others, and also best practices, a list of best practices that can be shared, disseminated, and uptaken everywhere in Europe. So these are the 4 items around which we have organized the policy dialogue, conference, workshop, in situ visit, and co-creation and capacity building meetings. We started at the end of 2018 with the kickoff conference in Milano, where we had it was organized within the European, it was a European Alliance for Personalized Medicine Congress. So we leveraged already in a meeting that was being organized at the Lombardy region. And we had over 50 participants coming from over 30 countries. And we had, in the kickoff meeting of Regions4PerMed, all the European institutions joining for a talk and brainstorming with us. So the European Commission, the European Innovation Fund, and also the European Investment Bank that came because they were really interested in discussing and understanding how the regions can be leveraged to enhance personalized medicine. Then we had the first big data and the health governance, the first key thematic area. This was again led by Lombardy and the Fondazione Regionale per la Ricerca Biomedica, and it was held in May and September 2019. We will hear the outcomes from the partners right after. Then we had the health technology and the connected and integrated care. This was the first meeting happening online because in the meantime, COVID hit us. So we had actually to reshape the whole project, but we didn't lose the technical focus, and we were able anyway to carry out the project. We just took a few months to readapt. The third one from Saxony was focusing on the role of industry and how the regions can support industry. Again, here also we had a conference, a workshop, and the report is published online. Then the fourth was Innovation Flow in Healthcare, which was led by our Galician partners. And it was held in November and July 2021 and 2022. And then, last but not least, the ethical and socioeconomic aspects, which the conference was held again. It was the first in-person event after the pandemic that we had last year in Siena. And today, we had a workshop in Florence. And the report here is still under the review of the advisory board, and we plan to have it published in the next couple of weeks. While we were carrying out the activities, we understood that the commitment of regions were not so easy to have, so we decided to implement 2 additional activities that were not originally planned. So we asked for an amendment to the grant agreement, and we had 2 institutional engagement events. The one was a presentation of the project at the 19th European Week of Regions and Cities. And the second one, we organized a conference in Brussels with the members of the European Parliament present, where we wanted to raise the commitment with a top-down approach. So we wanted to show that the European institutions are calling also for the regions to be more active and more committed on personalized medicine. And we had this event which was called Bringing Personalized Medicine in People's Hands. And this was held in March last year, in person. Again, we weren't completely satisfied, and we decided to also include an additional activity, which is the Best Practice Award. So while we were collecting best practices, we realized that there were some best practices that really needed an additional push, because for the outcomes they were enabling, we wanted to give higher visibility. So we prepared, thanks to the immediate commitment of all the partners, a best practices award. So we prepared a call for proposal. And we received 19 proposals, and with the peer-reviewed process, in international peer-reviewed process, we had 5 awards given to 5 different best practices in the 5 key thematic areas of Regions4PerMed. And tomorrow we will have a presentation of all these activities, and the best practices that have been awarded will be also part of a special number of the EPMA journal, and thanks again, Olga, for your support. And thanks also to the evaluators who helped us with the international peer reviewing process of these best practices. These are the numbers of regions, but I will not stay a lot here because we will show a storytelling a video that will give you the numbers. I just wanted to briefly touch the interregional committee, so people, regional representatives that have joined and that have been interacting with us throughout the whole project, and to whom I would like to give my big thank you. These are the scientific publications that we have also been able to develop and publish in peer-reviewed journals, everything in open access mode, as this was the requirement of the European Commission. Last but not least, a big thank you to our advisory board that have been very keen and to interact with us and help us throughout the whole project. And we will hear a thank you, a speech from one of the members later on. So thanks to the European Union and European Commission for funding this project. I will also personally thank Jean-Luc San from DG RTD of the European Commission, Cornel Riscanu from European Health and Digital Agency, the EDEA, and also personally thank all the partners of the Regions4PerMed project. So first of all, Claudia Mariut, which is our project manager, who has supported us in all the phases and has supported all of you. Letizia Pontoriero, which will join tonight, she's our scientific project manager. She just discussed her PhD thesis, and she will join tomorrow. Paola Bella, Carmen, and the other friends of Fondazione Regionale per la Ricerca Biomedica. José María Romero Fidalgo from Galician Health Knowledge Agency, and also Alessandro Vasquez Pombo from the same agency. Dr. Eva Stegemann and Gabriel Subtitz, hope I've pronounced it correctly, from the Saxon State Ministry for Science, Culture and Tourism, Professor Donata Kurpas, Dorota Stefanicka, and Marta Duda Sicula from the Wroclaw Medical University, and Joanna Mitzal from the Lower Silesia Marshall Office. Thank you. I'm sorry if I've missed the name. So a big thank you from our side. And now we might show the storytelling video that we have prepared for this final conference. Thank you. The European project Regions4PerMed is a project funded by the European Commission under the Framework Programme for Research and Innovation Horizon 2020. It started in September 2018 with a total budget of 1.7 million euros. It involves 6 partners from 5 different regions, which are Toscana and Toscana Life Sciences, Lombardy, Galicia, Saxony, and Wroclaw. You also have one technical partner, which is the Wroclaw Medical University. We had 5 technical conferences and 5 thematic workshops. We had the kickoff meeting, which was held in Milan, and of course, the final conferences. The number of experts that we have involved within the technical conferences and workshop, which are over 100 from a variety of disciplines, artificial intelligence, industrial representatives. The main achievement of Regions4PerMed has been to raise awareness of personalized medicine and its great impact on citizens and patients among regional stakeholders.
Regions4PerMed as a project tackles some of the most important challenges and opportunities of the future personalized medicine. The issues of big data, the collaboration between the industry sector and the healthcare sector, the need of innovation, while at the same time dealing with social issues. I do believe that Regions4PerMed was a great project, that it opened the way for new discussions and new developments, regional developments in this field. And I really hope there will be many other Regions4 projects.
For the future, TLS goal is and would be to participate and even lead similar projects on other diseases where TLS have deep expertise, such as infectious disease, cancer and health data science. We want also bring our competence within the European Partnership on Personalized Medicine, a very challenging EU-led initiative which will channel investment in research and innovation on personalized medicine to obtain settings available for patients and citizens in the next 7-10 years.
To achieve the ambitious goal of a personalized medicine for more indications and for more patients, action at all levels is needed. European national, regional and local.
Otra de las apuestas en medicina personalizada es la futura creación de un centro de producción de terapias avanzadas en Galicia y una unidad de investigación colaborativa.
The outcomes of personalized medicine will not end with the end of the project. All its network, all its outcomes and its stakeholders will be part of the forthcoming European Partnership on Personalized Medicine, which is the biggest initiative launched by the European Commission on this topic.
Ma il nostro impegno sulla medicina personalizzata non si esaurisce qui. Abbiamo già dato un commitment finanziario di 2,1 milioni di euro da investire in un'ulteriore ricerca transnazionale attraverso la partecipazione alla partnership europea sulla medicina personalizzata che investirà tra il 2023 e il 2030 circa 300 milioni di euro sul tema.
The role of the regions in a project like Regions4PerMed is the one of uptaking all the measures and activities devised by the regional authorities and to deliver them to the citizens and to the patients.
So the process of integrated care requires that different health professionals collaborate along the process of taking care for someone with a disease. The personalization and the data is necessary to collaborate between those professionals.
We are saying that personalized medicine is becoming a starting point for research. And this is something that obviously we're happy about, because it means that personalized medicine is really becoming a reality in the healthcare sector and obviously for all citizens benefiting from healthcare.
Okay, thanks again. And now it's time to give an introduction, greetings from the European Commission. Please, Jean-Luc San, if you want to join. And also, I would like to invite Jolene Rovers, which substitute Kathleen Dond, which is sick and couldn't join. You can come directly here.
That's all right. I don't have slides. Yeah. It's just a few words. Dear Jenny, our coordinator, dear organizers, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, and thank you for the invitation to say a few words in the opening of this final Regions4PerMed conference. I wish to say that personalized medicine is one of the focus areas of the European Union support to health research and innovation. The concept which appears in the field of cancer was initially mainly related to pharmacogenomics, but now it has experienced a steady development, and it is today a much wider concept that includes not only treatment, but also early diagnosis, prognosis, prevention, and reduction of harmful effects of drugs. And indeed, we have also the important feature of the health data, the big data that are now becoming decisive in this challenging development. I remember from the beginning, we were really focusing on the gene, and now sometimes we think that personalized medicine is a matter of big data. The thing is that we must be ready for the challenge, because there are a lot of difficulties to also have personalized medicine being implemented. We are ready for the challenge and ensure that personalized medicine and healthcare are accessible and affordable, which is also a big question, for all of us, leaving no one behind. In 2016, the EU member states, with the support of the European Commission, created the International Consortium for Personalized Medicine, which is well known as IC/PerMed, in order to coordinate activities and set priorities in the field. It brings together research funding agencies, health ministries, and other policy bodies. And I wish to say also that it's also enlarged to, it has an international dimension, that is, it goes beyond the limits of Europe, having on board countries like Canada or Brazil, and a few one, and probably more in the future. To help this project, the Commission has funded several projects to support the development of IC/PerMed in different aspects of personalized medicine, including the regional dimension, and the project Regions4PerMed is one of these projects that has been supported. There is also another one that works closely, and you are very complementary, which is really, really fantastic. Regions4PerMed is welcome as a means to help making personalized medicine a priority for the regions in Europe, with high expectation in terms of health innovation and implementation of personalized medicine in the healthcare systems. I think that the regions have all the assets to be key actors in the progress of personalized medicine. They are at the heart of innovation ecosystems, as you already demonstrated in your presentation. They support research and education. They have expertise in biomedicine, expertise in big data, expertise in health technologies. And on top of that, they foster the entrepreneurial environment that require innovation and growth. So there's this industry also dimension that is, I think, very important. The region, as mentioned, receives substantial funding from the European structural and investment funds, and many of them have made personalized medicine a priority of research. They have mentioned personalized medicine in their smart specialization strategy, which is a good sign. At various degrees, and despite differences among the member states, because some member states are more centralized, others are less, the regions have responsibilities in the implementation of health. This gives them a pivotal role, I think, in the evolution of personalized medicine and its implementation in healthcare systems, which is something very important. It's not only about pushing research in the direction of personalized medicine, is also about getting personalized medicine adopted in the clinical setting. I think that the project Regions4PerMed has been very, very active during the last years in promoting personalized medicine and raising awareness about it, and still a lot has to be done, you know this. Despite the difficulties generated by the COVID crisis, which was a short time after the beginning of the project has been able to organize workshops and conferences in many major domains that you recalled, such as big data, health technologies, health industry, healthcare, the socioeconomic dimension, and I was about to forget, but you recalled me, the ethics dimension, which is also a very important domain. We can say that the project has been instrumental in promoting personalized medicine in the regions of the European Union, and we would like this to continue, and we hope it will continue within the future partnership for personalized medicine, And this partnership, as in its concept paper that was published last year, mentioned that and gave the regions an important role in the development of personalized medicine. So it's very acknowledged that the regions are important. So I'm looking forward to seeing the stronger involvement of the regions in the development of personalized medicine. I wish you a fruitful conference. I will stay with you for a while, and thank you for your attention.
So thanks again, Jean-Luc, for your words. We were supposed now to have Einar Moltzen presenting the IC-PerMed. Jean-Luc has introduced the International Consortium for Personalized Medicine, so we invited the chair of IC-PerMed to come, but this morning he was stuck at the airport in Copenhagen for, there were many flights that got cancelled, so he couldn't join. He sent the presentation and gave me the responsibility to do it on his behalf. I'll try. I don't guarantee. I'm just kidding. So, as Jean-Luc mentioned, the International Consortium for Personalized Medicine started in 2016 with the overall aim to coordinate and promote research along the full value chain to develop, evaluate, and support implementation of personalized medicine approaches. To date, there are almost 50 European and international partners, as was recalled. Also, partners from North and South America joined, and also from South Africa, together with Turkey, Israel, and so on and so forth, have joined the International Consortium for Personalized Medicine. The characteristic that gives the feeling of how committed are these partners is that the European Commission only funds the secretariat. All the other partners join in kind, and they are fully committed to participate to the development of all the strategic paper, joining the conferences. So this gives as I said, it gives us the feeling on how committed and how important the personalized medicine is for member states and regions, because there are also 10 regional partners that have joined the IC-PerMed and will hopefully join also the forthcoming partnership on personalized medicine. The members include public and private non-for-profit organizations. They need to be either funding organization or policy organization. And as I said, the Secretariat is the only governance body funded by the European Commission. These are, in a snapshot, all the outcomes that the IC-PerMed has delivered. They are organized around 4 working groups, which meet every week. Every 2 or 2 weeks on the clinical studies, the translation of personalized medicine into healthcare systems, patient empowerment, and the health economic value of personalized medicine. Together with this working group, there are also here conferences and workshops, after which the reports gets developed and published, and also other strategic papers have been developed and published throughout the years. As I said, the funding arm of IC-PerMed is the ERA-PerMed, which is a project whose main goal is to fund joint transnational call on personalized medicine. There are 32 funding organizations from 23 countries who have managed to join, I think we're 4 or 5 joint transnational call, 4. Sorry, and with this commitment, 111 projects have been funded, and 130 million euros have been funded by regions and member states on personalized medicine. As I said, these are, again, the IC-PerMed. This is updated. There is also personal prevention. As you can see, there are CSAs that have run their natural duration, the contractual duration of the projects, and whose outcomes are being implemented in the strategic documents in preparation of the EPI-PerMed. We will also hear from the other regional project, Sapphire, which ended, I think, last year this time, and we will also hear their main outcomes that have been able to achieve. And this, as I said, and as the European Commission through Jean-Luc San has confirmed, will hopefully come into the European Partnership on Personalized Medicine, which was one of the 49 candidate European partnership, and it's, according to preliminary numbers, it's going to be one of the biggest initiative, a partnership on the healthcare, health-related topic. The work is still in progress here. I think the deadline to submit the proposal for the partnership is April, and after that, if the proposal will be positively reviewed by the European Commission, it's expected to start next autumn. These are all these, as I said, all the strategic documents, all the work that have been delivered under the EPI-PerMed and the EPI-PerMed related projects are going to be fed into this partnership. Yep. And so based on this strategic research and innovation agenda is being developed. There have been some documents already published online and accessible by everyone through the European Commission websites. And and this will be part of it will be the backbone, actually, of the European Partnership for Personalized Medicine that we are going to develop and submit. This is quite a complicated slide, which put it there. Maybe Monica, after all, she can provide some words about it. And this is, as also Jean-Luc said, these are one of the reasons why the regions have been such an important player in the EPI-PerMed, the EPI-PerMed related project, and now in the European Partnership for Personalized Medicine. We have witnessed a broad commitment on personalized medicine. They have investment and financial resources to use for investing in personalized medicine, and also personalized medicine related infrastructures like data infrastructures, databases, and so on and so forth. They can be very dynamic, and one of the things that we have to take care is also there have been like more advanced regions in Europe which now need to be paired and coupled up with other regions. I wouldn't call less developed regions, but let's say less acknowledged, less aware regions on personalized medicine. And here, I think Einar also put some the centers for personalized medicine that has been a project that has been carried out by Navarra region in Spain as one of the Navarra, yeah, is it Spain? No, sorry, the Farmanegen, and the Center for Personal Medicine in Baden-Württemberg, sorry. And that's it from my side on behalf of the chair of the EPI-PerMed. Maybe I could give actually the floor briefly to Monica to give or rectify some information. Is it okay? Wonderful. Okay. Just for you to know, you have on the left side of your chair, you can lift it up, and there is a microphone if you want to ask questions, and so on and so forth. Okay. Left arm, the left armrest. There is a microphone that you can use for asking a question. Okay. Okay. That's it from my side, and now I would like to invite Jolien Roevers will give a talk about Sapphire, the other regional CSAs funded by the European Commission. Please. So
Good afternoon, everybody, and first of all, thank you, Jenny, for inviting us to present the Sapphire project. So my name is Jolien Rovers. I work for the Department of Economy, Science and Innovation of the Flemish government, and we were one of the coordinators of the Sapphire project. As was already mentioned, we ran until last year, so now I will present the main outcomes and the way forward. Sapphire stands for Securing the Adoption of Personalized Health in Regions. And personalized health built further on the concept of personalized medicine, which is a medical model that uses the characterization using phenotypes and genotypic information for tailoring the right therapeutic strategy for the right person at the right time, and also work toward the determination of predisposition of diseases and to deliver timely and targeted prevention. It builds further towards the idea of preventive medicine, so where it becomes more and more important to conserve health and increase well-being, more than just curing diseases. And it relies heavily on the use of big data, nanotechnology, and biotechnology, and it will increase a more early accurate diagnosis, increase of healthy life years, and will help in making healthcare more sustainable and boost the development of new technologies, treatments, and therapies. So Sapphire was coordinated by the Department of Economy, Science and Innovation of the Flemish government, together with the Public Health Agency of Northern Ireland, EIT Health InnoStars, and the EuroBioforum Foundation. So it was one of the CSAs that was funded under Horizon 2020 and falls under the IC-PerMed family umbrella, similar to, for example, the Regions4PerMed CSA. So during the project, Sapphire focused on regions because regions are often considered to be hotspots for innovation. And the smart specialization strategies, they can be a driver for making the healthcare more sustainable and the adoption of innovative applications. And this will help with the transition towards more personalized medicine. But of course, nevertheless, many challenges remain. One of it, as already briefly mentioned before, the different authority levels. So each European country and region is organized very differently, and the competences and authorities related to personalized medicine are divided across at local, regional, or national level very differently across the different countries, which gives it a very extra level of complexity. Of course, different regions have different innovation levels, and then there are some regions with special needs because of their location, for example, the more remote and sparsely populated regions. So during the project, we brought together the central and densely populated regions with remote and sparsely populated regions across the different innovation levels. And we identified gaps and barriers, best practices, regional value chains, and tried to identify complementarities between regions. And this links to the work done in IC-PerMed, as well as the work done in the Smart Specialization Partnership and the Smart Health Pilot of the Vanguard Initiative. So I will now explain a bit the outcomes of the Sapphire project, and I'll start with the observatory. So during the project, we mapped the regional policies, best practices, projects related to personalized medicine, innovation activities in 65 regions across 25 countries. You can find the observatory still on our website, so it's fully available online. And we're still working on expanding this observatory even after the project, and we're also making it more user-friendly and more easily searchable, so that's the work that we're still doing at the moment. We also created several reports. So for the regions, we made a regional report containing some general information, their smart specialization strategies, best practices, stakeholders and memberships related to personalized medicine. We also have reports about the different personalized medicine initiatives and other initiatives related to personalized medicine. Some lists of regions and their geographical information, the competences related to personalized medicine. So this is, for example, research, innovation, healthcare, but also education, legal aspects, and how they are divided at local, regional, or national level. And then some other lists that we thought could be useful. And I don't know if the slides will be shared afterwards, but I made the links clickable so that it will bring you directly to the correct page on the website if you're interested in this. And they're also all available on our Sapphire website. So the main outcome for Sapphire was the roadmap for regions with recommendations for regions that want to focus more on the development and implementation of personalized medicine within their region. And the roadmap is a strategic plan to guide progress towards a goal. So it's a high-level document for communication purposes aimed at decision makers, but also stakeholders in the field of personalized medicine and the public at large. And because regions are so different with their needs, their authority levels, their ambitions, capacities, we decided to make it a modular roadmap so that each region can mix and match the recommendations and the aspects that are of relevance to them. This roadmap was based on messages that we received during the workshops and the surveys that were carried out during the project. And I've here a list of the most important messages that came out of this. So first of all, we see that there's still a clear disconnect between the healthcare sector, academia, industry on the one hand, and then the regional and national policymakers and authorities on the other hand. So that makes it very important to identify within your region the right partners to discuss with. Sometimes it is an issue of language, and then I don't only mean the different languages that we speak within Europe, but also the understanding of certain terminology that can be very difficult where you're belonging to different fields or different groups of people. So that's really important to find the right person that has a good understanding of these technical languages, but also know how to make strategies and how to work on the decision progress. Then I mentioned this already before, but the different authorities levels and how the countries are organized differently gives a very extra layer of complexity to all of this as well. But what can you do as a region if you want to invest more in personalized medicine? So a first step is to create a supporting policy framework. It's a communication and information platform where you need to identify the right partners and stakeholders within your region across the policy domains and across the different authority levels. And it is important here to involve people from all over the quadruple helix. So not only policy and decision makers, but also academia, industry, healthcare, and the public at large. And then with this platform, you can discuss, try to identify your regional assets, gaps, barriers, based on your needs and the ambitions of your region. And then afterwards, you can create different specific ambitions or impact that you want to reach within a certain time frame. Both for research and innovation, but also for the implementation and the adoption within your healthcare system. And a good tool for this are the smart specialization strategies, building on the assets of your region, where you want to create an innovation value chains important for your region. And this can also help in attracting and mixing different funding opportunities, both from the European Regional Development Funds of the cohesion policy, but also Horizon Europe or other national, regional, or private funding opportunities. Then if you have identified your smart specialization strategies within your region, it can also be fruitful to look for other regions working on similar topics and join one of the smart specialization partnerships. In the smart health sector or the personalized medicine sector, there are several. For example, the partnership on personalized medicine. There's also a partnership working on medical technologies, and then the Vanguard initiative or a pilot on smart health. So it's very important to align the different policy levels. There are many domains implicated. So you have, of course, the research and innovation and the healthcare, public health sector, but you should also think about education to prepare for jobs of the future, the economy at large, and also legal aspects to make sure that reimbursement and that regulatory aspects are taken up as well. And you can focus or decide to focus based on what you want to do in your region on different aspects. For example, you can focus on creating a research and innovation ecosystem based on the expertise in your region, being it genomics or longitudinal population studies. Can also be clinical trials or translational sciences. Another aspect is to create a healthcare ecosystem that is ready for taking up these innovations within the system. So there it's important to think about the LC, so the ethical, legal, and societal implications, and also the reimbursements and the regulatory aspects that are important there. Another aspect to think about is awareness, not only for policymakers and healthcare providers, but also the public at large, because when they know the innovations that are possible, they will also demand for it and be a driver to stimulate the uptake. And then the skills of the future is important as well, to make sure that people are educated about for the jobs of the future, for example, the use of genomics or artificial intelligence within the healthcare sector. Then, if you did all that and you want to take it one step further, it could be interesting to look at interregional or pan-European collaborations. And there are several options there as well. So this can be based on your smart specialization strategies, where you find other regions that are working on similar or complementary aspects, where you can join and work on interregional projects. And Vanguard Initiative, again, is there one of the examples that aligns regional funds with other funding mixes. As Jenny already explained, the European Partnership for Personalized Medicine would be very relevant for this as well. It will launch the end of this year or next year. And Monica will present this in more detail tomorrow, so I'm not going to go too much into detail there. And then there's also the pilot action that's currently going on the Partnerships for Regional Innovation that wants to enhance the coordination of regional, national, and European policies on research and innovation to implement the twin transitions. And this also fits or aligns very well with the new European innovation agenda. I'm also not going too much into detail here, but it consists of 5 flagships, and there is the one on accelerating and strengthening innovation in innovation ecosystems across the EU and addressing the innovation divide, where there's a strong focus also on creating connected regional innovation valleys, where the aim is to bring together different regional ecosystems, innovation ecosystems, and harmonize the funding coming from Horizon Europe and from the ERDF, for example, also the I3 funding on interregional innovation investments. So if your region can join one of these calls or initiatives, that could be a boost for the region as well. And then I have a few more slides about smart health. I mentioned it already before. So Vanguard Initiative is a partnership of regions wanting to work together to create investment projects. They work on several thematic areas, and smart health is one of them. And within the smart health pilots, they want to bring together regional ecosystems to boost the implementation of personalized medicine and smart health across Europe. And the idea is really to create co-creation and co-investment projects across different regions. It's coordinated by Flanders, South Netherlands, East Netherlands, and there are 15 regions so far, and EIT Health is also involved. We're still open for new regions, so if you want to join us, always welcome. We work on 4 different pillars, being data and digital technologies, converging technologies, so that's, for example, cell, gene, or tissue therapies, single cell analysis, but also other enabling technologies. There is a pillar on prevention, and then the last pillar is on sustainability of health, so that's more the jobs of the future, the regulatory and the implementation aspects. We have 5 demo cases at the moment, so that's really concrete projects, interregional investment projects. And if you're interested in that, feel free to reach out to me. And then I would like to thank you for your attention.
If there is any questions, I do have one question. Regarding the demo cases, can you maybe tell us a bit more on how are they going to work and how, which is the funding model behind it?
Yeah. So we have at the moment 5 demo cases. The funding model depends on the demo case. But usually it's a mix. So for example, we have a demo case on regenerative medicine. It's a collaboration between different regions in the Netherlands and Flanders. And there the funding is coming from the region itself, but they're also attracting funding from Horizon Europe within the calls there. So it's a combination between European and regional funding. A lot of the projects are now preparing calls to join the I3, so that's funding coming from ERDF. It's interregional investment, innovation investments, that's 3 I's. And they have a call that will be launched soon, probably, and then have their deadline end of the year.
So it's a public-private mechanism. So the funding comes from the let's say regional authorities, but the one carrying out the activities are like regional players, like research organization or innovation organization.
Can be.
So they access these fundings and they, let's say, and it's also the collaboration going on. I mean, these demo cases are, are participated by more than one regions. Like, is there like cross collaboration between more
that's
regions
the
from?
idea.
Okay.
So it should be for I3. If I remember correctly, it should at least be 5 regions from 3 different countries, if I'm correct.
Okay. Wow.
So yeah, it's the idea to really have several regions working together. There are also some of the projects are also working on Interreg kind of projects.
Okay.
So that's also an option. It varies greatly.
Okay. Thanks a lot. There are like 2 questions. You can use the mic in your left. Yeah, you can lift it up. You can see it. Wonderful. First, Gabriel, and then Olga.
Yes. Thank you, Kathleen, for your presentation. I have one question. How will the Vanguard initiative cooperate with the upcoming European partnership PerMed?
Thank you for that question. Yes, well, we're very open to collaborating, both from Vanguard as from the partnership. How it exactly will be done is still, we're still finalizing that. But, well, there will be definitely possibilities to work together there. The idea now is to sign a MOU as Vanguard initiative and then see how it goes from there. If you want to, I don't know if you want to add something to that.
This is something that we are actually going to further discuss. It's something that is actually being planned. But hopefully there will be, collaboration. It would be a pity if there won't be any, even synergy or collaboration we see also based on the specific activities. Olga.
Thank you very much for your talk. I'm excited that you stress the importance of targeted prevention in the future. So what's your vision, how we are going to shift the paradigm from reactive medicine to targeted prevention? What is the vision?
Well, to be able to focus more on prevention, there should be, well, I'm a big in favor for putting the person in charge of this. So to give them more access to their medical data or their health-related data, and give them options on how they can improve their well-being and make sure that they stay as healthy as long as possible. Of course, there are still challenges there based on GDPR and how to use big data and the artificial intelligence that might be used for it and all these aspects. So a lot still that we need to figure out. But I think let the patients or the people own their behavior and empower them to take care of their own health. I think that would help a lot.
So the first step is to move towards well-being services.
That would help, I think.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, actually this is something that is, I would not say emerging, but taking more and more importance. And we had in the last call a topic on this, I think, where we got several proposals funded. And we also had a CSA for a kind of roadmap or reflection on how we could orient policies, because in fact it has to be taken at different levels, from research to healthcare, and I would even say public health policies that have to adapt to this new concept, because we are very to really start to get some some fruits out of this. And it's not really there. I mean, I can see around me people having, for example, cancer, which is very advanced. They don't benefit. In practice, I see people that don't benefit from it, and it's a pity. So, and for prevention, yes, but we will need to invest a lot because it has not been done. So it will be starting with the biomarkers, the data that can be also biomarkers itself. So it will be a lot of, and that's the beauty of the partnership, is that it will gather different member states, regions, and also will collaborate with the Commission so that we could align our policies, and what is taken by the partnership will not be funded by the Commission, or the Commission could fund what the partnership cannot fund. So we will at the end try to align our efforts. So I'm confident, but it's still but I have a question before I leave. It's different, it's to both of you, because there will be some kind of continuity, and thanks to the partnership that I hope will be successful, there will be some kind of continuity to all the work you've done. It's amazing that how you are complementary. I said it, but I mean, your presentation show. My question is that now you have your websites, where you have all these documents that you have produced. You have these interactive tools, and so what will happen with the websites? Because we are at the end of the two projects, the sisters project.
So for Sapphire, we want to incorporate a lot of the outcomes from Sapphire within the Smart Health, the Vanguard's pilot on Smart Health. So for example, the observatory we're now using to map the assets from the different regions that want to join the pilot, and of course other regions that are interested. And then we are aiming to make it like a very hands-on usable observatory database where regions can scout for, let's say they have a question on, they have a project on, I don't know, some kind of project, but they're still looking for expertise, and then they can go into the observatory to find other regions working on the things, the expertise that they're still looking for. So that's the idea for the Sapphire website, so that it will be taken up by Smart Health.
Regarding us, we haven't given deep thought. Of course, it would be, I mean, the project, the website will be still there for 3 years after its end, because we, I mean, when we contracted the agency, we thought that there might have a need we might have a need to extend, to have it there for longer. But this is also something that it would be nice to discuss, how to connect all these outcomes, papers, tools within also the EPI-PerMed. So, but this is a discussion that has to be happening, maybe in the next couple of months. But I also wanted to address the questions of Olga. I think that also, as Jean-Luc said, I believe that we need specific frameworks, policy framework from the regions. I mean, if we want to switch from reactive to preventive, we actually need to leverage to the huge amount of data that we have now created. So we need a policy change, a regulational change, and maybe the European health data space and the regulation that is coming from the European Parliament will help. Because we have seen, and we will see tomorrow, how as soon as we move from the current management of data, also, even if we respect all the national and the European regulatory framework, then we have the privacy guarantee stops us. So if we are not able to tackle that, we will not be able to actually move from reactive to a more preventive. And also tomorrow morning we will have a presentation from the Big Picture project, which is a European funded project on how they're using artificial intelligence to improve pathology and to improve even to a certain extent prevention. So there will be also a concrete case on how big companies and the public entities in Europe are trying to find a pathway.